How to quarantine fish. This article is out of date and no longer the most latest article on this topic. Please visit the quarantine article for further info. Quarantine is advocated to prevent introducing disease. Nevertheless, in situations it must be performed and stated that it is good, but of how to quarantine 31, no explanation is supplied. This leads to aquarists doing quarantines that end up causing harm than they'll prevent. The idea is the quarantine tank is the first spot fresh fish go so that when they're carrying any diseases they'll become observable and the aquarist can treat so before the fish are added onto the display tank that comprises many more fish the new fish will be risking. Nevertheless, because there is a pathogen present, disease doesn't happen, the fish have to be stressed. Very few pathogens can infect healthful, unstressed fish. These pathogens have been rare in the hobby. The bad quarantine tank. The illustration of the tank that is worst will be something such as a 10-gallon that's set up when fish house is brought by the aquarist. The tank is filled with water that is regular, that the filter turned on, and that the fish are dumped in. There have been no decorations so the fish have been worried. No water changes are received by the tank. Since its filter and the tank have been uncycled, the fish encounter spikes of a biking tank, that stresses them and the ammonia. The aquarist wants to see his new acquisitions along with inspect for any signs of illness, so provides intense lighting which also stresses the fish. All this and more takes place in the subject of a week or two, and after that the extremely worried fish are dumped into the screen. As you can tell that this is far from a comfortable situation for any fish. Even though that this is the extreme and hopefully far from the average aquarist's quarantine, it's a method utilized by many aquarists. The problem is the display tank is not as stressful than the average quarantine tank. Which implies that the quarantine tank is a lot more prone to stress the fish that will cause them to become sick when more than likely it did not need even shown up in the screen tank at all. Pathogens are always present. Regardless of how well you quarantine fish, there'll be pathogens present. Even when you haven't added fish in 10 years, if you stress them their immune systems would be weak and plus they'll get sick with something. A true quarantine will be at least 9